Alright, so this time we're doing my Garnet palette, and I know that I'm gonna get a couple of whiner crybabies because I'm not doing my aquamarine palette, but we'll do the aquamarine palette next time. I was thinking about doing one on each eye, but I don't think I'm gonna do that this time. We're just gonna go with Garnet this time, and it'll give me an excuse to put makeup on again to do another one with the aquamarine palette. So we're going to start and try and make this one faster than the last one because the last one took like half an hour. That's too much time. So let's try and get this one done in under 20. Alright, so this is what the palette looks like. We're starting with our fluffy brush. And yeah, we're going to do it with this brush. Our fluffy brush, we're going to use this sort of tannish color. It's like a peachy tan cream sort of color. And that is our transition shade. So we start with putting that kind of all over the place. And since it's basically the same color as my skin, it's not going to really show, which is fine. Because the purpose of this shade is to basically like take out the harshness of whatever it is I'm going to put over it, which is going to be this really, really like intense red color. So we definitely don't want like pink going up to our eyebrows trying to blend out that red. So this will help to diffuse that color. Sometimes I refer to this shade as the Emperor's New Eyeshadow because you can't really see it, but it does serve a purpose. And usually I would use something that you can actually see a little bit, but I'm going with whatever's in this palette, and that's the color they put in this palette, and so that's the color we're using. Alright, so next, I get my pointy brush, fluffy pointy brush, clean it out on my hand. Ava used my makeup last, so I never know which ones are going to have like leftover weird colors in them. I have like a system in place for my brushes, so I know like certain ones I use for dark colors and certain ones I use for like light colors. And so Ava will come through and she'll use like my contour brush that I use to contour my nose, and she'll like put black eyeshadow in it, but it has black bristles and I won't even realize it until I go to contour my nose and it's like a big stripe of black down my face. Alright, so next I'm going to use this matte red color called Go Getter. How appropriate. That's me, alright. And I'm gonna put that in the crease. I need to stop looking on my phone. My phone has a lag to it, so it like messes me up. And then I'm gonna keep adding this until it is as red as I want it. Now, it's called the Garnet Palette, but I'm pretty sure that whoever like designed it has never seen a garnet before because there's no like garnet color in it. Like the main garnet shade is like, it's like fuchsia. It's like a shimmery fuchsia and it's stupid. But, you know, if you forget the fact that it's supposed to be garnet, it's actually a pretty nice palette. This is one of Kylie's favorite ones. She wears it all the time. And I really do like this matte red shade in it. But like they did the same thing with their ruby palette. I have that one too, where the ruby color isn't red, it's actually pink, and that is annoying. And they're supposed to do an opal palette coming up, and I'm like really hoping they don't mess it up because I love opals. They're my favorite gemstone. And I want like a really cool opal palette. It's like I'm gonna be really annoyed if like I open it up and it's like opals and it's like orange or something, because that seems to be like what they keep doing is like, so you know, you think you know what it's gonna be and then it's not. And I went to order their sapphire palette that came out at September 1st, but like I went to go and put it in my cart and it was already like out of stock for some reason, or maybe they had an issue with it, but it wasn't available. So I have to wait and order that later. They're having like a on BH Cosmetics, they're having like a holiday sale. What holiday is coming up? Is it Labor Day or Memorial Day? I can never remember which one's which. I think it's Labor Day. But anyway, they're having a sale, and like everything is on sale. And I want that sapphire palette. And then they do free shipping if you order $40 worth of stuff. I don't sell the BH Cosmetics. It's just I get really excited about saving money on things. But you get free shipping if you order $40 worth of stuff. So I want a $9 palette, which means that I have to order $40 worth of stuff to get free shipping because I don't want to pay shipping. Makes sense to me. Okay. Take my roundy brush. I lost my palette for a second. I set it down. Okay. No, I don't want to take the round brush yet. Let's go back to pointy brush and let's do Loyal right here. It's kind of a red-brown color. I'm going to go from the outside edge, kind of blend that in a little bit. But I'm not going to go all the way over. I'm just going to make like a gradient. Yeah. See, if you mix this color in with the red, it's almost like a garnet color. Maybe that was their plan all along. Probably not. Alright. And in case you haven't been able to tell, BH is my favorite eyeshadow brand. They have the best ones. I bought an, which brand is it that I bought? Is it NYX? I don't know where it is right now. But I bought a NYX palette that was like kind of spendy. And I wasn't really that impressed with it. Because like, the colors in the palette didn't look the same as when you put them on your eye. Whereas like with BH, pretty much whatever it looks like in the pan is what it's going to look like on your face. You just have to kind of layer it on sometimes. But they're very like silky and pigmented and they blend really well. And then the NYX palette, I spent like so much more money on it and I was expecting it to be like similar quality and it really wasn't. It's like it wasn't terrible, but the colors just weren't the same as in the palette. Here it is. Yeah, this is the one that I bought. The Ultimate Utopia. And I was kind of like the pictures of it online, they definitely like upped the brightness on it. So I like thought that they were going to be a little bit more radiant than they were. But like I wanted to do like this almost like mossy green and like this kind of tealish green. There's like this blue gray, but they really all look kind of the same. They're all kind of just gray. So it's not like, it's not as green. It's not like nuanced like the way that I wanted it. I wanted it to be like, you know, I wanted to go mossy with it. It's like if I wanted gray, I would just buy gray or I would layer black in, but so that was kind of disappointing. But there are some really cool colors in here. Like these really shimmery shades look really good. Like this mustard color with like this gold over it, or even that gold over it. Like it looks really cool. It's like they definitely shine a lot. So it wasn't a total flop. There was some good shades in it, but not the ones that I thought they were going to be my favorite. Alright. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put some primer on my eyelids because I'm doing that metallic pink color, the garnet color. So I'm using this primer. And the primer basically just makes your eyelids sticky. So when you're doing like a metallic color, it like really sticks on and makes it look that much more like blam. Just put a little bit on my eyelid to make it tacky. All right. Now I'll take my roundy brush and we'll take the garnet color and we're gonna like go hard with this color because I really want it to be like really sparkly and shiny and pink. I love crazy eyeshadow colors. Like I will wear like any color eyeshadow. Like I don't care how weird the color is, I'll go for it. My trick is, if you're gonna go with like a really funky eyeshadow, is that you just kind of go neutral in the blending shades, like around it. You go matte, and you use browns usually, and then you can put any like crazy color on your eyelid. And then for the inner corner, you go kind of like a matte neutral color, kind of like the color that we used as our transition color. Like you just kind of mush a little bit of that in the corner, and it eases up the intensity of whatever color you put on your lid. So if it's looking too like bright and clowny, putting that like matte shade in the inner corner really like tones it down a lot. Yeah. Alright, that's looking good. There's a lot of fallout on that. Alright, other side. Alright. Okay, I got that packed down there pretty good. So now I'm going to take my snubby brush. Take my short snubby brush, and now usually this one has like black on it. Let me clean it out a little bit on my hand, my professional cleaning station. And then we're going to take this really dark chocolatey brown here. And the black here, we'll end up, I'll try and throw that on somewhere too, but that's a pressed glitter. It's just like a black and silver mishmash, like hodgepodge glitter. And I don't really know how I like using it with this eyeshadow yet. I have tried it a couple of different ways, and I just don't know how to fit black glitter in with the look. But whatever, we'll figure it out. Also, I feel like, well, no, whatever. Let's keep going. So this one, we're going to go under the eye, and then we're going to smoke it out right here, kind of doing like the winged eyeliner sort of shape, and kind of blending it up and in, just to keep that gradient going from dark or light into dark. Alright. It's funny, I don't even think I've used this color yet, but I like it. I know it looks a little harsh right now, but once I blend it out, it's gonna look really cool. It's definitely like a lot darker than I was expecting, because I thought it was gonna be pretty similar to the last color that we did on my crease, I didn't think there was going to be like a huge difference between these two. Obviously this one's a little bit more red and this one's a little bit more cool tone, but I didn't think that it was going to be that big of a difference. But this one is definitely really dark, and I like that. Yeah. Now, what I was saying before I started on that is I kind of feel like we need some pinkish color on the bottom. I think actually I'm going to do some red. So I'm going to take that matte red. I'll just use the same brush too. I'm going to smudge a little bit of that red in there. Alright. That one's definitely harsh. Okay, so now we're going to take our big fluffy brush again. And we're going to use our transition shade again, this peachy color. And we're going to blend out the edges. So it's not so harsh. See the difference? Like that one is like more feathered out, and this one is like super harsh. All right. So we got that blended out now. And I don't know what I want to do for my highlight color because the one that's in here is like really like sparkly. We're definitely going to do the sparkly for the inner corner. So let me take my little flat brush. This is what I always do for my inner corner. And get some of that. I feel like when you go really bright with the eyeshadow, like putting a sparkly like highlight color under your eyebrow kind of looks too much, but we're going to do the inner corner for sure. Gotta mush that in. But do you see how the light catches that and then it makes this pink look just a little less harsh because it kind of adds to that whole gradient of going from light to dark on the outside. So it's just not as harsh now. And then I like to stick with one palette, but I don't want to stray from this palette and put on another palette. So we're going to go for that sparkly stuff under the eyebrow. So we're going to do the white sparkle. It's called Productive AF. Under my eyebrow. It's not that bad. All right. And that is the shadow. So now we do the eyeliner and the mascara. Oh, and I haven't picked out a lip color. All right, wing one. And now we mess up this one and redo the first one. So one of the tricks to makeup, one of the rules, I should say, not tricks, but is whatever you do to one side of your face, you have to do the other. So if you mess something up on one side, you kind of are obligated to mess it up on the other side too, because otherwise it just won't be even. So if you're gonna mess up one side and then fix it, you gotta mess it up on the other side and then fix it. So that means if you put on an eyeshadow color and you hate it, you gotta put the same eyeshadow color on the other side and then try to cover it up. And then even if the first wing turns out perfect and the second wing is too big, you have to mess up your perfect wing so it matches the other one. That way it looks like you did it on purpose. And which I did. See, that one's thicker than that one, so now we gotta make the other one thicker. Alright, there we go. And then this is like hardcore waterproof. This is like Wet n Wild waterproof liquid eyeliner, so it doesn't go anywhere. And I got a dot right here, which means that's probably gonna live there for the rest of my life now. But we'll try and take care of it. It might end up ruining everything, and then I gotta start all over. But it's unlikely. Maybe I'll just like make that a thing, kind of like how Madonna used to draw on her mole. It'll be my new trademark. Will be this one black dot. I need to figure out what to do with my hair. Not like today, but like in general. Because I'm kind of sick of the bleach. But I haven't figured out what to do next, so I'm just leaving it alone. I'm growing it out. Thinking about doing like a reverse ombre where you leave the light on the bottom and then you dye the top and sort of blend it in so that the transition, it like transitions from your roots into your light color, so it's not so harsh. Haven't decided yet. Anyway, wonder if I can just pick that off. Nope. See, I made it worse. Put some concealer on it. Better. Better. Good enough. And then, don't know what to do about lips. Let's do this one. This one looks like Garnet. This is one my friend Chanel gave me because she's the coolest, but it's like, it has glitter in it. It's like a liquid lipstick with glitter in it. Oh, hey, and it matches my shirt. And I will 100% mess this up so hard. And we've hit 24 minutes. And like another 35 of that is going to be me fixing this lipstick. All right. Didn't mess it up too bad. Yay! I did right here though. Anyway, now you let it dry. And then when it's dry, you press it together. And it's glittery. And that's the final look.